No, you know what? When I was there, I took from a guy named Richie Hart, and he was a Major George Benson, which, you know, as it turns out, is one of my largest influences ever. George is probably one of my two favorite guitar players. Oddly enough, you know, mixed with David Gilmour from Pink Floyd. They have nothing to do with each other, but they're my two favorite. And anyways, Richie was really big into approaching the guitar in your own way, but learning. I mean, you know, his big thing was you learn what the masters did. You know, they got it right, obviously. That doesn't mean that you echo what they played. It just means you see how they approach your horn, and you know, try to take as many ideas without copyright infringement. You know what I'm saying? And I took from a guy named John McGann, who was my biggest influence, and he was actually a bluegrass musician that was a jazz. Well, I don't want to say he's a bluegrass musician. He played mandolin and acoustic guitar, but he was to say he was a virtuoso is it really cuts it short for him. He was phenomenal. I picked up so many different things. I went in there thinking, you know, I'm a jazz guitar player. That's my thing. Man, I went in there and they blew my head wide open with, you know, there's so many avenues of jazz that, you know, to say you're a jazz guitar player is almost ridiculous. And then when you hear about bluegrass and you start learning you know, people think of hay in the teeth kind of, you know, hillbilly is probably one of the most virtuosic forms to do it right now, I should say. Not to stand on the street corner with your boy, you know, like not that kind of stuff, but I mean like to do it right, to get the art down of bluegrass. It was. And go ahead, I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is a song. This is an old traditional song called Red Haired Boy, and you'll be able to tell it's bluegrass, but you'll be able to hear its Irish roots. It's a slow one, so you know, try not to put you to sleep here. Bass part. Mandolin. mandolin has just the if you picture a drum kit, you've got a bass drum, the hi-hat, and the snare, and they're going to be going. Okay, generally speaking. Well, in bluegrass, you've got the upright. He does this part. You've got the mandolin doing the snare drum. So the guitar, he's doing both of them. He's doing the bass, the chord, and then the fifth. So, but now when you're burning the tempo like that, these guys are doing that when they're not sitting there going. When they're not burning it, they're sitting there playing that fast on rhythm while everybody else goes. So these guys got arms of steel or something.